that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Now Jones. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. And the Giants send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. Oh, some strong running, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. Runs over him. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Alabama. 56, the mark, boys, 56. Check 56. All day, every day, any day. 56 the mark, 56.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Brady. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's a give to Fournette. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. To throw is Brady. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Now a play fake. Brady. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Brady going to throw. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blower out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing Jones. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line.
So first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all. And that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Fournette, a first down carry. Fournette, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Buccaneers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now 14-0. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Jones. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Vita Vea providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. And the Giants send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now Brady. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Brady. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 24-yard line.
But give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
A handoff to Fournette. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
3 yards remain for 2nd down.
Now Brady. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Gerald Everett with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And it's now 21-0. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A handoff to Barkley. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Off-play action. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Patrick Owasor coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4.
After that sack, 3rd and long. Tough spot for Jones and the Giants.
Jones throwing on 3rd and long.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A big play that time on the catch and run.
That's a letdown defensively because they had them stacked up 3rd and long, and you know their thought process had to be just make the tackle in front of the sticks and force the 3. Instead, they allowed him room to run.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
The sneak successful from a yard out.
And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it could be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. Room here to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
47 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
We got 4. We got 4.
Throwing now is Brady. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Brady now to throw.
They'll swing this out to Fournette.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big play there on the catch and run.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense could get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Now Jones. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Leonard Fournette,
his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with.
Now Jones on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Second and 10.
Back to throw. Jones.
Well, he's going to look downfield for Barkley.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Jones now on 3rd down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Under 10, 10, 6 guys. Go. Check 3. Shift.
Now Brady bounces forward on the jet sweep.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
2nd and 9 from the 44.
Brady gives this one off to Jones. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Here's Brady to throw. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 23. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Check 43. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Hey, pick your game up.
Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady.
That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette, an 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Buccaneers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the return will stop right around the 25. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got hooked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
On first down, it's Jones. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
61 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And
he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you...
Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked up by Trey Brown.
And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
It's such a costly interception, nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Jones again.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Brady. Touchdown! That's caught. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Rosas good with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Marcus Davenport in there to drop it for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. That's taken it around the 40. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10.
Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10
right at the 50-yard line. From midfield, here's Brady.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the 3rd quarter from Tampa.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
Mike 29. Hey, pick it up.
Throwing is Brady on third down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw taken in by Slayton.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On 1st and 10, Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Jones' throw here taken in by Ingram.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Malik Hooker.
And the Buccaneers are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I
we share that.
We enjoy our time at the table.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Chris Godwin,
96 yards.
And the Bucs look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Rosas now to add the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now Jones. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And now here is another interception. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. From the 30 on second down, Jones is going to look downfield for Barkley. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there for the Giants. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's caught by Galladay. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Jones will sneak it, and somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead, and unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College, not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
But that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
This fielded right at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth. A first down run there for Fournette, but it won't accomplish much as he'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. To throw, it's Brady. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Kill. Turn up. Hey, Alabama. Tighten up.
Brady going to throw here. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big play that time on the catch and run. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And they take a knee. Second and goal from the 6 this time.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Buccaneers,
they get yet another victory to finish the year at 14-3 overall.
And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Giants,
it could be a potentially devastating loss as they finish with a mark of 9-8.
But they've got better days in their future. Of that, you can be sure.